On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to replace the valve cover on your Volkswagen 2.0 T FSI. So to begin, just some basic tools that you're going to need. You're going to need some torque bits here. I only have T20 and T30. I believe that they do have a T25, which I believe I have in this set right here. So T25, some screwdrivers, flathead screwdrivers. Other than that, there's not too much else. So let's begin. Pull that off. Undo these clips for the turbocharge pipe. And now you're going to want to undo these. You can undo this clamp. So the reason why I'm simply undoing these two screws is because I don't have a hose clamp, a set of hose clamp pliers. But you can use just a normal set of pliers, but I don't have any at the moment. So all I'm going to do is simply move this out of the way. It's very hot. I just drove home from work. And then you lift up on this, loosen that, and pull it straight out. Okay, next, what we're going to do is take off the PCV. I just replaced it and it was not enough, so now I just have to replace the valve cover. The valve covers on these cars are very known. They're well known to fail. I don't think there is any, no, there's not really any oil on the outside. But it is leaking on the inside. You can tell because it's running like garbage. So it basically what it does is it runs like garbage, and then it these things. So these things break every once in a while. They are a pain, and I forget how to get them out, but I'm just going to grab a screwdriver. I'm just going to pop them off. This might even be worth a try. Don't try this at home. believe these are all T30. Yeah, these are all T30, but I'm going to use my T20. And I'm going to pull the PCV off. And if you can't get those, use one of these bad boys. But I do highly recommend having all the correct tools too. I have them all at work, but I'm not at work. Put all the screws in a safe location so that you don't lose them. So there's the PCV off. No.
Well, I hear her now.
She's angry. Then what we do is just remove all these. You got to remove these too.
Oh,
What's happening? What?
oh, what a long day.
What?
So the crack in our brand new sensor for our water bottle station. It may not be covered.
A crack?
A crack. So the sensor,
Yeah.
it'll sense there's a water bottle there
Yeah.
and keep pouring, even though there isn't, randomly. How the hell does this happen? I know, it's like, oh great, this morning there's extra money, so I'll be able to paint a section of the library. How fabulous. Now, it might not be. Hi, baby.
So, Joanne,
What?
I got home, opened up the garage, and the inside door was open.
Well, I did put her poop out this morning.
Gotta make sure that door's closed. Like, I severely doubt anyone would come around, but still.
I want to change this door.
Which one?
This one.
The inner
The
door?
garage with a key, with a new lock on it. It's so crappy. Go pee pee. Are you gonna keep an eye on her? So
I
make dinner?
I hardly can.
Go pee. Go pee, then you can eat. Good girl.
Not a job I'm particularly looking forward to doing here.
What is that?
Replacing the valve cover on the engine. These things are not even tight. So this head was actually done not that long ago by a reputable mechanic, and I'm starting to see that his workmanship may have been fairly shoddy, because some of these bolts are very, very loose. Which is definitely not mad. Now, what I was saying is these coil pack, the plugs sometimes break. I have never seen it happen. I've never broken them personally, but when I got to this, they were broken. They're not tricky to get off, but if that is broken, if the tab is broken, it requires a little bit of finagling, but you know what? I think I can get away with not doing it, not removing them. I'm gonna try anyways. All in all, this job should take you, with the correct tools, between 15 to 20 minutes. Should. There's my timing belt, looks pretty good. Okay, so here's the valve cover. There's a lot of issues here. I don't see any with the gasket. I'm almost attributing it to the fact that the gasket or the valve cover may have been loose. Actually, right here you see it's a little bit out, but let's throw the new one on. Volkswagen. Das Auto. So here is the new valve cover. All nice and pretty. Comes with screws and I believe pretty well everything that you need, minus the oil cap. I think it even comes with the PCV. Yeah, it does. It comes with the PCV gasket here. So here we are. Nice and new. Let's throw her in. Don't throw it, but you know, put it in. Let's put this right back here. I apologize for the angles if anything's bad here, but I'm doing all I can. Okay. Back in there. So, on the head. Remember, this head has been redone. You can see here where the oil has actually been seeping through. Doesn't look terrible, but if that's the case, then it's entirely possible that oil has been seeping into the combustion chambers, and that's been causing my smoke issue. So what's been happening is the car has been smoking randomly, on random acceleration, sometimes heavy acceleration, sometimes light acceleration, sometimes it's a small poof of smoke, sometimes it's a huge poof of smoke. So that's why I am redoing this. Also, too, the car has sat for a very, very long time, so it's entirely possible as well that the valve gasket has just completely worn out and dried out and been all crappy. So let's put this back together. This won't take long. And my phone ran out of space there, so just tighten all these up. I usually go middle out is how I tighten them. So yeah, just do that. Make sure they're nice and snug. You don't want it to risk anything coming loose, and you also don't want to risk over tightening and cracking your new valve cover. So be very, very careful. There is a specific torque value. I believe it's about 7 foot-pounds of torque. So yeah, if you have a torque wrench, I don't have one on me right now, but if you have a torque wrench, go ahead and do that. And everything back together. That's what we get, running nicely. That's my wife. And my dog. Oh, you've already met her. You know how much of a loser she is. Okay. There we are, all done. Take it for a test drive, make sure it's all good, and mint.